Good late afternoon, you lovely, lovely people. And again, thank you for dropping by and taking the time to listen to me with this Sunday. It is Sunday with Sunday's topic, podcast, if you like. And it is going to be about many different things. But I think we'll first start off with what I hear some channels talking about, and it is, the struggles of getting old, or simply the struggles of getting older. It comes to us all. Now, at the moment, I don't feel a struggle because I'm only in my 50s. I'm not 70s or, however old we are when we feel like we're facing struggles. Now, it doesn't matter where we are. We're going to feel the same. But I think it's mind over matter as well. I think as soon as you start to feel that you're old, then I think old age will creep in more quickly. Meaning, if you don't let the old man in, don't let him in. Keep that, that kind of old man out of your mind. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I, all the time, not some of the time, all the time, still think I'm in my 20s until I look in the mirror or I see a reflection. I think, fucking hell. Ooh. No, Stephen, you're certainly not in your 20s anymore, my son. You're not in your 20s. But that doesn't stop me doing the things that I did when I was that age. There was a few months ago, I was feeling really tired. I was feeling really tired. I didn't have any energy, and I didn't know what was happening. I just thought maybe it was the weather, or maybe I was coming down with something. But it continued. It happened for a few months, really, people. And I thought, go to the doctors, I think, find out what's going on. And do you know what it was? It was a simple deficiency. It was a vitamin B deficiency. And I got some vitamin B from the doctor, or the prescription. Went to the pharmacy, bought it, good as gold. Within, I don't know, a couple of days, I was feeling like on top of the world again. So, if you guys feel a bit like that, at whatever age, you don't have to be at retirement age to feel burnt out. You don't. And it could be just a simple thing like it was with me. It was just a simple vitamin deficiency. And as I said, I got the medication, vitamin tablets basically. And within a few days, right as rain, my energy levels was back again. I wasn't feeling as tired or as lethargic. But I think, when you do get older, I think it's the mind. Your mind. When you start getting, I get aches and pains. I do really. I'm like, whoa, hell. I'm not 20. I'm not 30. I'm in my 50s. So we're bound to get those little aches and pains. It's natural phenomenon, isn't it? It's a natural thing. Hence, we've got to keep exercising. We've got to keep active. Now, I hear one of my friends, actually, and he's an Australian guy, and I don't know what age he is. I think he's in his 70s. I think mid 70s. And he's my next door, he's my next door neighbour actually. And he says to me sometimes, "Stephen, don't get old. It's a bastard. Don't get old." And because his eyes are gone, he had cataracts, had them removed, and he's got glaucoma. And he was a very active guy. You can see he was a very active guy and very knowledgeable. But I see him kind of struggling these days. And it's not because of his health, because he's always here, there. He's probably more active than I am, to be fair. But it's just his eyes. And of course, with glaucoma, there is no cure. All what they can do is give him a medication and some drops that will stop it getting worse. But the damage is done. He let it go for too long. And he goes back to Australia every 6 months. He gets a checkup. He gets his medication in Australia, and then he comes back. Which is all okay, because I think it's only 6 or 7 hours flight time, so it's not too bad. It's just like from Gatwick or Heathrow in the UK to New York. It's just like that. It's like a 7-hour flight. But for the likes of us who live in the States, or you're like me, whose home is in the United Kingdom, it's not so. It's not as easy, is it? Because it's like a long flight. It's a lot of hassle, and you can just get good treatment here. I think in some hospitals you can get good treatment. But that aside, okay, so suffering with old age, it comes to all of us, and it doesn't matter where we are. You know, it doesn't matter if you're in the Philippines or if you're on, your own country. You're still going to get old. It's going to come. But I think the most important thing to ward it off as best as we can is to be as active as we can. And it's so easy to sit in a chair, like I'm doing now, talking to you outside, and just saying, I think I'll start exercising tomorrow. I think I'll start and you don't have to jog, you can just walk briskly for 30 minutes. As long as that heart is pumping and you break into a little sweat, you don't have to kill yourself. That's good enough every day. I do it every day. I walk briskly every single day. I don't do a video of me walking briskly because the video will be bouncing all over the place. But I do, people. And also, as you know, I've got a young son. He's 4 years old next month. And he keeps me on my toes. He's always active, and which I'm happy about, because he keeps me active. And sometimes I my back. But I get up and I do my thing with him. And I love that. And I think if I was in England, I wouldn't be doing this, would I? Because I wouldn't have a young son. My 2 older sons, adults, they they wouldn't want me exercising with them. I'm pretty sure of that. And I wouldn't have to do it. I wouldn't feel obligated to do it like I do with my son here. And, we get like a lot of derogatory comments of older people coming to the Philippines, right? One thing I'm going to say about that is, take no notice of it. I don't anymore. I get many derogatory comments, and I'm sure that even without a YouTube channel, you'll probably get the same. The difference is, if you haven't got a YouTube channel, the derogatory comments amongst people will probably be coming from your own country, your family perhaps, or your friends, because they see us as coming here, and I'm with a younger woman, and they think, the word. Now, it's nothing like that, because my wife is not that young, okay, 30s, right? So not that young at all. A lot of it is jealousy, people. A lot of it is jealousy, because they haven't got the balls to come, or to get out of where they are. They stay where they are, and their idea of entertainment is surfing YouTube and trolling channels. That's what they do. They troll channels. Many of them, because they've got nothing better to do. They have not got any interests apart from sitting on YouTube all day, or it could be other social media platforms, and just leaving shitty comments. It doesn't bother me, people. It doesn't bother me. What does bother me, or would have bothered me, is if I hadn't have come to the Philippines when I did. Because I think one of the worst things that we can have is having a feeling of regret. And a feeling of regret as when we think, well, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I get off my arse and, I could have been brave enough and strong enough to go to a foreign country, to retire in a foreign country. That would have been one of my biggest regrets, and that would have bothered me terribly. But I didn't. I come here. I come here when I was 49. I said I was 50. I wasn't. I was 49 because I celebrated my 50th in the Philippines. And I would recommend anybody, regardless of your age, don't let age put you off, okay? Unless you've got some serious illness where you need extensive care and it's going to be cheaper in your own country. Then I wouldn't say don't come, I would probably say, well, think about it a little, a bit more deeply. And money, a lot of people think that you need an astronomical amount of money to live here. A lot of channels, a lot of vloggers will say that. And yes, with inflation and price increase here in the Philippines, it has raised, the prices of things has increased, but not enough to think, well, it's cheaper in my own country. Nowhere near like that. The cheapest thing in the Philippines is accommodation and land, if you want to stretch yourself that far, to actually trust someone enough to buy somewhere. But it doesn't cost you that much to live here. Now, if you're living like some with a 5-star lifestyle, then yes, it's going to cost you a heck of a lot more money. But then I don't think the Philippines is the place, because it's not that really exciting here. There's only a certain few places in the Philippines where it caters for that kind of thing. I mean, there are some really good restaurants here, but it doesn't cost you anything like 5-star money, like it would in the UK, or maybe like it would in Makati or somewhere like that. But here you can go out and have a damn good meal and splash out if you wanted to for two. Well, there's always 3 of us, me, my son and my wife, and we never spend over like 1,500 pesos. And we have everything, we have everything, and I'm drinking as well at the same time, so that's beer and everything included. And we just get what we want. If there's something on the menu that we like, we'll have this. If there's something else, we'll have that. So we have like lots of different dishes. It's a bit of a waste really, because we don't eat all of it, but we bring it back. And what we don't eat, my dog eats it. So he likes it when we go out, because we always bring something back. It doesn't cost you that much money to live here, folks. Because we've got our own house and we've got this land here. So we have no rent to think about. Yes, it costs money to build the house, but that's almost finished now. We've only got the tiles to do and we are finished. So what I've spent on this house and the land, I would have probably spent the same money doing a little extension on my house in England, or any house in England, or even a tiny renovation would have cost more than what I've spent total on this place. Now, a lot of you might say, well, what's the point when you get older? Well, again, this is what I'm talking about. Don't think about getting older. Just live your life. Live your life. It doesn't matter how old you are, if you're 50, 60, 70, 80. Live your life. Don't let age, don't let that number stop you from doing things. Because that's what happens. That's what happens, people. Now, I've had 8.5 almost good years in the Philippines. I've had some ups and downs, of course I have. It's not somewhere where problems don't occur. Problems occur anywhere on the planet. But the ups and downs that I've had, or the trials and tribulations, let's just say that, I've got through them. Because I don't sit and fester on things. I don't sit and worry myself stupid, thinking, why did I come here? Why did I come? Why didn't I stay home? Because sometimes I feel like that. I do. I will be honest. but it's only for this. It's only for that. And the times when I feel like that is when I miss home sometimes. I do. I miss home, and I think every expat would have nostalgic times and reminisce, especially when we've got families, back in our own country. Now, for for these Filipinos that we are with, they haven't sacrificed anything really, so they have everything to gain by us being here. And sometimes they don't think of that. Sometimes they just think of here and now and the life that they are having with us, and they don't think about what we give up. And my wife says to me quite often, actually, it'd be nice if your sons come, why don't you go back and see your sons? And yeah, I do, but I want to get this house finished first. And my sons, they were meant, or my second son was meant to be coming out here, but they've got commitments in their own countries, and they will come out here when they come out here, or I will go back there when I go back there. Pigs are going to start squealing because it's feed time. So if they start squealing too much, I will go, because it'll do your ears in. It does mine as well. It'll do your ears in. So yeah, you've got to think about all them things, but don't think about them too seriously. If you want to come to a foreign country, get out, do it, be brave. That's it now. Listen, them pigs have started. It's feed time. Listen, people, thank you for dropping by, and always, thank you for dropping by and listening to my videos, and like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Take good care, people. Thank you always. God bless you all. Bye bye.